Hey guys, EBPMAN here. If you have a iPhone 10, you're probably going to want to have a screen protector. Matter of fact, I recommend it. Let's check out the Otao tempered glass screen protector for the iPhone 10. Now, if we discussed during our case reviews, the iPhone 10 is prone to shattering, especially since it has a front and back that is glass. In this case, we're going to look at protecting the front of your phone. Now, lots of products are coming out, and we're getting these products almost on a daily basis, and you'll see reviews posted on the channel. If you want to get updated automatically when a new review comes out, make sure that you hit that subscribe button that you see. There's one right here in the corner. All you got to do is hit it, and then you'll get notified as soon as a new review is available. Now, this product, we've reviewed their products in the past. I've had really good success with it. It has several features. One thing is that in the event that it does crack the screen protector itself, not your screen, you're not going to have glass shards. You're also going to have a product that is going to not impact the screen clarity, and also it is something that is going to be resistant both to fingerprints and also any kind of oils that come naturally from your fingerprints or even your face. So let's see what's in the box and how this installation process makes it almost error-free. Now, as I've been doing installations, you'll see, even when I did this one right here, I talk about how important it is to have the phone with the case on it so that you can make sure that your screen protector is in the center. And I spent some time doing that. Now, this screen protector that we have here, this company has addressed that, and we're seeing more companies do this, where you have an installation frame, and this installation frame is going to make sure that when you place your screen protector, it's in the center so that it's a case-friendly screen protector installation. So that's important that they have this installation tool. I would not throw this away, and the reason why I wouldn't throw it away is because this is a two-packer. So this has two screen protectors that you're going to be able to use with your phone. Now, as I mentioned, the phone is fragile and the screen will crack or the back will crack, and that's why a case and a screen protector are so important. That's why they give you two of these. You want this to fail, not your phone. So we're going to put one aside and we're going to save that for later. Now, the neat thing is that you do get two installation packages. So you have an alcohol wipe, you have a microfiber towel, everything you need to work with each kit. So you don't just get one that you work with both, but you get one kit for each screen. So we're going to set this aside and we're going to go through the installation process. Now, taking a closer look at the screen, you can see pretty thin. It doesn't have any micro dots, nothing that I can see right there. We'll get a little bit closer so we can see that. Yeah, so no micro dots there. Typically you run into those micro dots when you're dealing with a curved screen. This is the type of screen protector, and I already have one right here, but you notice how this one rests? This one is not going to make it to the sides, and what that means is you're not going to have any dust accumulating underneath, and also you're not going to worry about any kind of tactile limitations when you touch the screen, and it's going to respond well. And you notice right here I have a case on, and there's definitely enough space on the top and the bottom. The one thing that you will notice that the notch is a little bit smaller, and you notice that the knockout here is a little bit wider. That shouldn't impair any of the sensors when it comes to facial recognition and anything like that. It just means that it's going to be covered through this glass. You do have this microfiber towel, alcohol wipe, and then you have this large dust removal sticky. Make sure that when you're going to place this, you're in an area where there's no fan, there's no central air or heat, so you don't get any dust particles flying around. So let's go ahead and remove the one that we have on here. We'll wipe it down and get the frame on, and we'll go through the installation. So now the first thing you're going to do is wipe down your screen. I removed the screen protector that I have on there. It was working fine. I was happy with it, but in order to give you the sense of what it would take to install this one, I'll just discard that one and go with this one for the time being. Now, important thing about any kind of screen installation. We talked about the dust-free environment. We talked about the fans and stuff like that. Even if your phone is brand new, you want to make sure that you wipe it down. Literally, you're ripping off the plastic. You want to wipe it down with that alcohol swipe to make sure you get the best adhesion of that glue, because this does have adhesive and it's easy to remove, but you want it to stick fully. So I'm just going to wipe this down, put the frame on this frame right here on the phone, and then we'll work through the alignment process. Alright, so now that I have the screen clean to my satisfaction, I'm going to put this frame right here. It just places right on top of it, just like that. I'm going to inspect it one more time, just make sure that I don't see any dust particles on there. And then what I'm going to do is start working with the glass. Now when you place the frame in place, you'll notice that the notches are pretty similar on each side. So the question is, which side goes up? Which one side goes down? So this is area right here. Notice this notch right here. This is going to go towards the bottom, and this is the top of the phone. So now that we have that in place, what we're going to do is we're going to separate this one tab, because all it has is one tab, and then work with our alignment. All right, so what I'm going to do is bring this a little bit closer right here. I'm going to use the spacing. I'm just going to put it right in between, just like this, and make sure that this feels good over here, which it does. And just to make sure it doesn't kind of lift on that side, I use this finger on the corner just to hold it in place. Now I haven't pressed down, so it's not completely stuck in place. And what I'm going to make sure is that the frame is still locked in place and that things look good. And they do. Now, I've already noticed that it's starting to stick right here. I like working my way downward because I don't want a bubble to get stuck. So what we're going to do is make sure that it's off, and you'll notice, I'm going to remove this. Notice how it's starting to stick itself. It's going to continue to do that as it's going down. And I'll just let it go through that process, and then I'll just rub it down with the microfiber towel when I'm done. So it's going through it, and it's done. All right, so I don't have anything underneath, I think. So let me just go ahead and wipe this down. All right, so now let's take a look at how our installation went. So all I did was I took the included microfiber towel, went over it a couple times just to make sure that everything was laid correctly. And you can see there are no bubbles, there are no specks underneath the screen. And when I turn this on, everything looks really good. Let me go ahead and authenticate. All right. Responsiveness is good, so we're going to wipe this around, put this in an angle so you can see. Feels just like the iPhone screen, and more importantly, you'll notice that there's a gap all the way around. So this should be case friendly as well. So we're going to go ahead and put it back in the case that we had. This is the clear case that I was sporting. Put that in place, and what you'll notice is that look at your gap. So see your gap going all the way around. This alignment tool is a little bit tricky, so I want to make sure you guys know that. As you put it in, make sure that you have it the way I indicated, and then press it down so it locks in place. It will pop out, but the whole point with this is not to put a lot of pressure in it. If you use that little technique that I use, put it in place, kind of use your finger to make sure that this side is aligned, and then drop the rest, you're not going to have a problem. So this is what it looks like when it's installed. Very responsive, no problems whatsoever during the installation. All you have to do is make sure you're in that dust-free environment we talked about, and then you should be set to go.